Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Sometimes I put out a video that I think, man, people are going to be excited to see this because it's compensation. They're going to get a preview that something's on their way in their inbox that might make their game better. And sometimes I just like talking about weird, random stuff. That is the case with today's video here, because we have the new Sam Wilson Captain America. A Captain America that on paper, if you didn't think too hard about it, probably should be negatively impacted or affected by Magneto's, new ability to essentially nerf or limit the magnetism rates of metal champions. But if you look closely, you'll see, and I think this became a topic because some people assumed it and then found it out the hard way, that he is unaffected by Magneto. So you can see new champ missing major tag by Jahara84 is the headline of this forum post. How is Sam Wilson, Captain America, not metal? He is not any different in general makeup to Archangel. Metal wings, which should allow Magneto to do what Magneto does, aka nerf him. I know there are comic oversights like the Ghost Rider Incinerate discussion, but this is simply poor tagging of a champion. Can someone from Kabam please explain why Sam Wilson doesn't have metal tag when the whole basis for what made him a new character is metal? Now, on the surface, it feels like a fair question. And I don't think he worded it like disrespectfully. But when you say this is simply poor tagging of a champ, shots are fired. And it's really fascinating that I've seen this as an educator, where sometimes if a student gets real sassy, if you take a deep breath, you can turn it into a learning opportunity. And that's kind of what happens here. So you can see it's vibranium, which is in this universe. Mags can't control. Scare City 27 says. Sir James Bond, Vision Arcus, and America Chavez are not tag dimensional. Therefore, simple answer to OP's question is Magneto. Knew the shield was, didn't realize the wings were, but Vision Age of Ultron is made out of vibranium per same canon source and is metal, so still, kabam logic. Well, looks like he has a rebuttal that is a pretty fair rebuttal, I'd say. Pseudo19, look at any other champ that's armor is vibranium. They are not metal. Comics have both situations where Magneto can or can't control vibranium. As it stands now, vibranium is not a ferrous metal, so Magneto is powerless unless it is an alloy that's with some time like adamantium. Examples like Killmonger, Black Panther, Captain America. This is all really fascinating to me. Again, I don't know if anybody watching this cares. I'm kind of putting this up just for my own exercise and knowledge gained. Because they don't want him to be. There are plenty of arguments for plenty of champion tag situations, but this is how they thought he would fit best into the game. So at first, Squirrel Guy, I love that Squirrel Guy instead of Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Guy was saying something that almost sounded like a conspiracy theory, but then I got a little reasonable conclusion by the end. You're making up things. You don't know for sure he was meant to have a specific tag. You can't figure it out purely by just looking at the character or by going with information from sources outside of the game. So Ebony O. Ma got a little personal. Talk about shots being fired. But then Kabam Zibbit comes in with some truly fascinating knowledge. Hey there, which whenever Kabam says hey there, it still sounds to me like somebody's flirting with you. Hey there, just wanted to confirm that it is intentional that this cap doesn't have the metal tag because his upgraded gear is made out of his vibranium. Similar to both versions of Black Panther, Killmonger, and Captain America Infinity War. This is also why his new SIG is called Vibranium Enhanced Exo 8 Falcon. Magneto is only able to manipulate the ferrous metals of the Battle Realm, which Vibranium isn't. So not giving these champs the metal tag is how we denote that they aren't affected by his powers. Now, the two things. First, the counter-argument to the point about Vision Age of Ultron. Maybe they just need to kind of make it to where, similar to Ghost Rider and the Incinerate immunity, they just update him, right? Maybe just to make it more consistent, less confusing. But two, I've talked for hundreds maybe of forum posts about Kabam's responses, and Of course, if Kabam is passive-aggressive, specifically Kabam Mike most of all, I'm going to call him out on it. I'm going to say that his response only put gasoline on the fire, and he thought he was doing public relations, but instead he was probably doing something that just angered more people than they appreciated. Not in this case. I think Kabam Zibit, who, objectively speaking, is one of the more controlled and respectful forum runs, forum mods, forum posters, whatever you want to call them, from Kabam, just had a really well-made post that was insightful and not passive-aggressive and not all the things that this channel can condemn Kabam for in their public relations attempts with the community. So I applaud Kabam Zibit in this case. And thank you for clearing this up, but what about this? Again, I think Vision Age of Ultron, if that is correct, and I have no reason because I haven't, found anything that disputes it, to assume it's not. They just need to update him. That's the point. But really fascinating. I learned something today. I never thought this would be a debate, but at the same time, if you gain knowledge from it, I think everybody wins. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching.